of Dakshin Bharat Gateway Terminal Private Limited. As you're all aware, it is the second container terminal operating at the VOC Port Tuticorin. Please put your hands up for the CEO, Mr. Senthilkumar Subramanian.
Good morning to everyone. First of all, my name is Senthilkumar. I am Chief Executive Officer representing Dakshin Bharat Gateway Terminal, the second container terminal facility operating at VOC Port Tuticorin. And we really feel honored and happy to be part of this AICA Cashew Convention, the second edition, with the great support from Mr. Rahul Kamath, the President, and Mr. Ramakrishnan, the General Secretary, who gave us this opportunity to be part of this great event. And before getting into my presentation, let me share our thought to give a small brief about Tuticorin Port. And so far in any of the Cashew conference, I don't think any port or container terminals has been associated or even participated in this scale of presence. So that way, it's a first-time opportunity given to us to be part of this conference. And why Tuticorin? As Mr. Rahul Kamath, during the inaugural session, clearly pointed out that Cashew today being handled, the preferred gateway is Tuticorin Port, handling almost 50% of the cashew handled on a pan-India basis. So that's a small introduction about where we stand today. And also I try to refer the word mentioned by Mr. Arun Dayanidhi, who said, why as a container terminal operator has to come all the way to participate in this kind of event? It is like, if he becomes still, then we will be out of the race. So we'll have to keep moving. So that way, the kind of competition now emerging in southern part of India as well as southern part of Tamil Nadu. Now we are located between Colombo as one side, international transshipment hub. Now on the other side, it is Villingam. It's our own Indian transshipment gateway. And we are sitting in between. And then we are going to now complement to start with both these giants. But then we have now our own time to come up in the next 5 years. You take my word, in next 5 years, Tuticorin is going to be the prominent port in the entire region. And I would say we will definitely be the brightest port in Tamil Nadu. So with that small note, let me start my presentation. It's going to be a very small thing, just 10 minutes time. So as I said, raw cashew imports, we are holding 50% share among the pan-India terminals. And then when you talk about Tuticorin today, there are 3 container terminal facilities. We are the second facility operating out there with a capacity of, today it is 1.6 million TEUs. Tuticorin as a whole, they have capacity to handle containers. And there are 3 transit sets available at Tuticorin with a capacity of 45,000 metric ton. So all your imports can be very well stored there and then can be delivered directly out there to the factories with a very, very competitive price. Raw cashew actually to Tuticorin, it comes in both forms, bulk as well as containers. So just to give you the numbers, in last year itself, Tuticorin has handled in the bulk form something around 70,000 metric ton. Predominantly, we received the cashew from Metwara, Bissau and Nakala, and then 30,000 TEUs in containers was handled last year. And there are few ad hoc calls also directly from West African ports as DBGT we have received. And today we have at Tuticorin, direct port delivery facilities are available, as well as for exports, DPE facilities also available, direct port entry, which will give an edge to, in terms of competitiveness when compared to nearby terminals or even ports. Now, talking about DBGT, which is Dakshin Bharat Gateway Terminals, our shareholders are Bolloré Group earlier, a French company, and today will be handed over to Africa Global Logistics, which is 100% entity of MSC container lines. So before the end of this year, we'll be getting to the hands of Mediterranean Shipping Company, and we are holding 83% share at Tuticorin port in terms of containerized volume. Today, the containerized volume at Tuticorin is hovering around 800,000 TEUs, out of which DPGT share is 83%. And this is about our infrastructure. We have invested something around 400 crores, installed 3 super post-Panamax quay cranes, and then 9 RTGs. And these are all the kind of facilities what we have today at Tuticorin. We have a terminal capacity of, theoretical capacity 600,000 TEUs, but we can still handle another 20%, which means we can easily do 7.5 lakh TEUs per annum. And these are all the services what we have today at Tuticorin. We have 6 sailings to Colombo on a weekly basis. That means every day there is a sailing. And we do have a direct sailing to Vizhinjam. And we have a coastal connectivity as well to Mundra and Pipavav. So by looking at these kind of options, as a Cashew trade, I would say that in a year, we normally have 3 to 4 ad hoc calls from West African region, bringing in directly containers from West African ports like Bissau, Tema, all those important ports. So if you look at the time competitiveness for Tuticorin, it is like, because of the advantage of having a daily sailings, your port stay will be, the containers will be around 46 to 50 hours max, because there are 17 CFS operating adjoining to the terminal. So the terminal CFS operators will come in and take delivery of all your boxes within a matter of 36 to 40 hours. And then if you manage to bargain a good deal with the respective CFS operator, you need not have to pay anything on the storage. So that is a kind of advantage prevailing at Tuticorin. And these are all, as I said, these are all the efficiency benchmark, which we have already set. And we are doing per crane, we are doing 30 moves per hour. And we have been recognized by this National Logistics Data Bank, which clearly says that we are the best dwell timer in the region amongst the southern terminals, South India terminals. You can see our dwell time is averaging around 41.5 hours for imports, and for export it is only 79.6. So all these things are attributable to the kind of sailings, daily sailings, what we have to Colombo as well as to Vizhinjam. These are all the awards which we won the last few years. And then finally, now if you look at the cost and time advantage, these are all our connectivity pattern. You can see the map. And then there is another development happening at Tuticorin. There is going to be outer harbor. As I said, now we have 1.6 million TEUs. Now the port is in the verge of developing an outer harbor with a capacity of 4 million TEUs. So that will be expected to award before this year. And then there is going to be another 5-star resort facilities also going to come up in the vicinity of port. So, and the tender has been already floated with a timeline indication of 30th July. And already in the port area, the industries like Naha Foods, College for Edible Oil, they have already put up their own plant as well as factories, which are within 5 to 6 kilometers of port. And these are all upcoming facilities. There is already a direct port entry facility available. Port has recently developed the draft to 14.2 meters to attract mainline vessels. Already we invited one direct call from Europe. And as I said, every year we are handling 2 ad hoc calls from West Africa. So these are all will give an added advantage of bringing in direct and regular connectivity to so many regions like Europe as well as West Africa. And by next month, we'll be having another locally at Tuticorin. a complete lab facility which has been approved by NABL EAA APADA, which is expected to be functional from 1st of September. So this will give ease of doing business. So there is no need for you to wait to carry out any sampling activities, all those stuff. So whether it is a last mile or a first mile connectivity, you have to save time. So these are all the additional infrastructure coming up, which will benefit for the entire cashew importers as well as exporters. Now, another good news is that airport facility is expanded, and Tuticorin is going to have the second largest airport, which will be inaugurated today by PM. Today evening is the ceremony, and the first flight is directly landing from Male. Prime Minister himself is landing there. So that means there is a lot of potential happening, and connectivity as well as on the seaside as well as air now. Today we have 6 flights to Tuticorin to Chennai is operating and 1 flight to Bangalore. And in another 3 months' time, because of this additional expanded airport, we'll be having a direct link to Delhi as well as Mumbai metro cities. And industry's perspective now, as I said, in entire South India, it's all almost getting saturated because of the land is getting saturated. Now, Tuticorin is having resource with plenty of land, and that is the reason why players like VinFast, the EV plant, that is also going to be inaugurated in another 2 days' time, which have a production capacity of over 3,000 cars per month. And then we do have industries like Tata Solar operating near SEZ. And then there is another textile park is coming up near Virudhunagar, and industrial furniture park also there, which are all within a 10 kilometers span of Tuticorin. So Tuticorin have a traditional tie-up as well as association with cashew trade for long. For last, I would say, 2 decades. We are continue to retain as #1. So we, by this kind of participation and having a close relationship with entire cashew trade community, we would say that the journey continues forever together. And I thank for this excellent opportunity. Thank you so much.